June 1st will be a really interesting fight, as it will be the 5v5 boxing fight between QueensBerry and Matchroom. That's right. They'll basically be putting 5 of their best guys, or at least available guys, up against each other to see who comes out on top. Of course, we do have some really good fights, as we have Daniel Dubois taking on Filip Hrgovic, Raymond Ford defending his title up against Nick Ball, who many people thought beat Ray Vargas, but was given a draw. And of course, the big fight between heavyweights, Zhilei Zhang will be taking on the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder. Of course, you also have Emma Williams taking on Hamza Shiriz, and Craig Richards taking Willie Hutchinson. Some very interesting fights. So of course, we're going to be going in order of who I think is going to be, the better fights. But anyways, the first fight will be Craig Richards representing Matchroom versus Willie Hutchinson representing QueensBerry. Of course, Craig Richards is 18-3 with 1 draw, 11 wins by way of knockout in the light heavyweight division. His nickname, the Spider. Why? I don't know. That's a good name. But anywho, he'll be taking on Willie Hutchinson, who was 17-1 with 13 wins by way of knockout and 1 loss by way of knockout. Of course, who did he lose to? He lost to Lennox Clark, while the Spider lost to Joshua Buatsi, Dimitri Bivol, and Frank Bugloni. Of course, the last two, I don't know about the other guy, but the last two are some pretty good losses. By that, I mean no one really blames him. Not only that, he was not stopped, so that's very nice. And it seemed to be a competitive fight for both Bivol and Buatsi. Of course, he did have a 1 draw between Andre Sterling. When you look at his recent opponents, they've been pretty good, especially since 2019. 12-1, 10-0, 11-1, 14-0, and it keeps going on. Of course, his last fight was a 12-4 fighter, which, let's not blame him too much. He came off of a competitive loss to Buatsi. Nothing to be ashamed of. Of course, Willie Hutchinson in the other side has fought some less than stellar opponents. Of course, his last couple of fights after his loss to Lennox Clark, 18-13, 8-4, 29-10, and 17-2. You definitely get, your confidence up, but his last fights, especially going up against a dude like the Spider, I don't think it's going to end well for him, to be honest. But you never know. The last fight he fought, even they didn't have too good of opponents. So, just saying, I think I got the Spider, Craig Richards, being the first one to give a Matchroom a point on decision. That's why I think he goes decision. Even though the other dude got stopped in his loss, but I don't know. I see it going the distance. You know what? Never mind. It's 12 rounds. He's knocking him out in the 11th. That's right. Point Matchroom. Next up, you have the undefeated Austin Emma Williams taking on the undefeated Hamza Shiraz. This will be a very, very nice fight with some elite middleweights. Definitely going to be a banger. But of course, Austin Williams will be representing Matchroom, being 16-0 with 11 wins by way of knockout, ranked number 9 in the world by BoxRec. Very nice. Of course, Shiraz is 19-0 with 15 wins by way of knockout and ranked number 5 on BoxRec. That's right, 5. Of course, it's, I don't know. It's middleweight. A little dead, but definitely some good competitors. Let's not lie. Of course, they're coming off of some good streak of wins. Shiraz, Liam Williams, 25-4. First round knockout. Ooh, very nice. 13-0, who he knocked out. He's on a big knockout streak. His last win by way of points was back in 2018. Matter of fact, he went 4 in his first 5 fights, and then he never went decision again. This dude is crazy. With a knockout ratio of 78.95. Of course, Austin Williams, he's also coming off of some pretty good wins himself. The undefeated Armel Mambusa Yasa, 10-0. Steve Rolls, with unanimous decision win, which is a good win. But anywho, this is going to be a really, really interesting fight. I saw Austin Williams fight a couple times. He's a good fighter. And he's 28, while the other guy is the ripe old age of, I think, 24. Very nice. And he's fought some pretty good power punchers, himself. You look at his past fighters, they have a decent knockout. Okay, his most recent fight had a big knockout ratio, right? But he's a very interesting fight because the numbers say that Shiraz should beat Williams by knockout within the distance, but I don't know. I think Austin Williams will show a little bit of levels in his game, but then again, he's going up against a very, very good, experienced power puncher. This could end badly for Austin Williams, but you know what? You're going to rock with Austin Williams. Unanimous decision win for Austin Williams. I think he will show why he's the elite of the level, but at the same time, it's like a 60-40 fight. Shiraz can 100% knock him out. So I'll say here saying lie. He 100% can get him. Then again, I did see some of his past performances. Nothing really too great. No offense to him. He's a good fighter. I do have to think I have to give the speed on the inside to Shiraz. But I don't know. I just see Austin Williams picking and poking at him at a distance. Weirdly enough, I think he's taller. Yeah, he's 3 inches taller. So maybe not poking at him. But no, I trust that Austin Williams will, in fact, not get stopped. So I'm picking Austin Williams for the fight. 2-0 for Matchroom in my unofficial pick. But of course, the big guys, Daniel Dubois, representing QueensBerry, will be taking on Filip Hrgovic, representing Matchroom. Of course, Daniel Dubois is coming off of a nice last round, 10th round stoppage over Jarrell Miller. Then again, Jarrell Miller was 333 pounds. I think that might have been a little too much for him, just saying. But before that, he did come off of a stoppage loss to Alexander Usyk, who people thought he should have got the stoppage win, but, if it's a low blow, it's a low blow. Doesn't matter if it hit him in his little special area. It doesn't matter. But whatever, right? Before that, he has a record of 20-2 with 19 wins by way of knockout and 2 stoppage losses. Of course, the other one comes to the then undefeated Joe Joyce. 10th round stoppage. He basically got destroyed by a jab. But, he's been doing decently good now. Especially look at his past opponents. They are definitely giving him nice opponents. But anyway, Filip Hrgovic is 17-0 with 14 wins by way of knockout. Of course, coming off of a first round stoppage win to Mark Nemori. Good fight. Of course, people think that he should be 16-1 due to the fact that many people thought Zhilei Zhang beat him, including myself. I thought Zhilei Zhang absolutely was kind of whooping him, especially when he just lands with shot and he just like, man, I'm done, man. But Zhilei Zhang was extremely tired in the fight, so I guess that makes sense. And also he did a split in the middle of the ring. I can't find the full fight. I want to see the full fight because he did a full-on split. Like, it was like the slowest split too. It was so weird to watch. I was like, what the hell? But anywho, Filip is ranked number 8, while Daniel Dubois is ranked at number 6. But of course, Daniel Dubois has 2 stoppage losses. But one is against the now undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Usyk. And the other one was the basic juggernaut who was seen as impenetrable until Zhilei Zhang, knocked him out twice. But who do I got winning? Oh man, it's gonna be very tough because he was surviving some big shots against Jarrell Miller. But at the same time, he's 333 pounds. I know. Was it like mass times acceleration type stuff? But at the same time, my good sir, 333 pounds, that must like cut your speed in like a third or something. But whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Who do I got winning? To be honest, I think I might be rocking with Daniel Dubois. To be honest, I think Daniel Dubois gets it done within the distance. Yeah, why not? Within the distance, I think I got Daniel Dubois beating Filip Hrgovic, especially because his dog was tested against Jarrell Miller, which he passed with flying colors. So yeah, I got him winning 8th round stoppage. A very, very nice fight that should be very interesting. Of course, Filip is no slouch, obviously, but I don't know. I just think Filip will succumb to the power of Daniel Dubois before Daniel Dubois succumbs to Filip's power. That's why I'm banking off of, because even though Dubois got 2 stoppage losses, I can't really blame him for those. But anywho, the next one is a very interesting fight between Raymond Ford, the now WBA featherweight world champion, up against Nick Ball, who most people think should have been the WBC featherweight world champion, as he has a split decision draw to Ray Vargas. Many people thought he beat Vargas, including myself, considering Vargas was dropped twice. He may be saying, yeah, but didn't you say Conceição won against Navarrete? Even though he got dropped twice? Yeah, but at least Conceição was winning rounds convincingly. Ray Vargas was in fact not. Well, okay, the beginning he was, but like the second half, nah, that was all Ball. But anywho, the challenger, Nick Ball, representing QueensBerry, 19-0 with 1 draw, obviously, to Ray Vargas, with 11 wins by way of knockout. His nickname is The Wrecking. That's right, Nick the Wrecking Ball. Very nice. Ranked number 4 in the featherweight division by BoxRec, while Raymond Ford, the champion, is 15-0 with 1 draw. Not that big of a power puncher, although he is coming off of a 12th round stoppage win with like a few seconds left in the fight up against Otabek Kalmatov to win the vacant WBA featherweight world championship. Now, of course, people are saying, why did they stop the fight? Other people say it was a good stoppage, even though there's a few seconds left. Because if they would have let it play, then Kalmatov would have been champion. But at the same time, people were saying that dude could have gotten some serious injuries if it kept going. Just saying. So, you know, probably a good win, especially the way he was stumbling about. Yeah, probably a good stoppage. You know, he has been getting some KOs here and there for the most part, but he is a decision guy. So who do I got winning? Oh, this is going to be a very interesting one, as Raymond Ford has said that making featherweight is really hard for him, and he's planning on moving to super featherweight. But he will now be defending his featherweight championship up against Nick Ball. Not to mention the whole WBA rehydration clause thing that's happening recently. I don't know. The whole Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin thing, they're like, oh yeah, there's a rehydration clause on it. Like, what? Oh yeah, it's WBA rules. And everyone's like, oh brother, you're trying to save Tank. But at the same time, they're like, does it also count for Ford versus Ball? How's that work? And they're like, oh, the rehydration clause doesn't work because they already signed it before the effect has taken place. So I would assume that there's no rehydration clause on this fight either, which is a good thing, because if it was, I would have picked Nick Ball 100%. Like, there would be no, like, question, because if Raymond Ford struggles to make weight and has to have a rehydration clause, yeah, he's done. But anywho, Ball obviously knocked Ray Vargas down a bunch of times, but the difference is, Ball really does live up to the name Wrecking Ball, as he kind of just charges in, which is a bad thing if you want to fight against Ford. I don't care if he's weight drained or not, this dude will counter you pretty badly. Not to mention, he has fought a bigger power puncher in Kalmatov. Weird thing is, they have Nick Ball ranked 3 places higher than Ford on BoxRec. How does that make any sense? I don't know. I mean, the other sides make sense. I would get Lopez and Figueroa and Wood being better, but Ball better than Espinoza and Robesi Ramirez? What? Get him out of here. He's overrated. Ford by decision win, knocking Ball down like 3 times. I'm putting it in. Point for Matchroom. 3-1 advantage to Matchroom. The only way that I can see Nick Ball winning is if Ford is extremely weight drained. That's the only way I see him winning. Besides that, he's going to get outboxed. He's going to get dropped. Ball's a good fighter. He should have been champion. I will not deny him that fact. But it was up against Ray Vargas. So, I get it. He beat Mark McSile, whatever. Fluke win. But, yeah, I got Ford winning decision. Point Matchroom. But the main event, that's right. The best of the best that each one has to offer. Zhilei Zhang representing QueensBerry, and Deontay Wilder representing Matchroom, which is a first. Not really, he already represented them before, but you get the point. What's interesting is both of them are coming off of a loss. That's not interesting. The interesting thing is that they're both coming off of the same person. Joseph Parker beat Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder back to back. That's crazy. But anywho, Zhilei Zhang, nicknamed the Big Bang, who is now it's his entire shtick now. Basically, I'm gonna bang you. It was funny the first time, I can admit, but that was due to a translation error or whatever the hell. But whatever, right? It was funny. People like it. Whatever. 26-2 with 1 draw. That draw coming from Jerry Forrest. 21 wins by way of knockout and 0 losses by way of knockout. Of course, his 2 losses is to Joseph Parker and Filip Hrgovic, which many people, including myself, thought Hrgovic lost. But whatever. He's coming off of, besides the Parker loss, 2 knockout wins against Joe Joyce. Very interesting. And of course, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder, representing Matchroom. 43-3 with 1 draw. 42 wins by way of knockout. 2 losses by way of knockout. The hardest puncher in recent memory. The bronze medal Olympian, the former WBC champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. Woo. And anywho, he's also coming off of a loss to Joseph Parker, but a worse loss considering Zhang dropped Parker twice. But he still lost. Boo-hoo. But anywho, besides that, he's coming off of 2 other losses to Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, and a split decision draw to Tyson Fury, knocking him down in two twice. So yeah, very interesting. Of course, they have Deontay Wilder ranked 22 in the world, and Zhilei Zhang ranked number 9. What? Okay, I get it. They're getting old now, so I get it. First of all, BoxRec is tripping. Why the hell is Tyson Fury behind Ajit Caballero? What the hell? Joseph Parker makes sense. He stays up there. He's nice. How is Jared Anderson above Zhilei Zhang? What the hell? Get him out of here. Anyway, Dillian White is higher than Deontay Wilder. Oh, they tripping. They suck. They suck. But anyway, who do I got winning? It's going to be a very easy answer. Deontay Wilder in 5 rounds. Yes, did I say that against Joseph Parker and it ended up going the full distance and when Deontay Wilder getting his ass whooped? Yes. But Joseph Parker has movement. He has movement and he's good at it. The difference is Zhilei Zhang, first of all, doesn't have movement. He's slow. And not only that, he literally, I don't think he has head movement either. So he's just going to get clipped by a right hand. Not only that, he's a southpaw. You know what people always say? What's the best weapon up against southpaws? A straight right. Who has one of the best straight rights in all of heavyweight? Deontay Wilder. What? That's you're basically putting a water and flying type Pokemon up against an electric type. That's not how it works. You don't put them together. That's how you lose. QueensBerry, what were you thinking? You might as well put Philip Herjavec. I know, you might as well put Daniel Dubois versus Deontay Wilder and Zhang versus Philip rematch. That would have been a better decision. I mean, Dubois would have straight up got destroyed still, but it doesn't matter. It would have been a better shot. You're putting up against a southpaw with no head movement or movement with the feet, up against a dude whose main weapon is a right hand. I'm just saying, am I the only one that thinks this is not going to be competitive at all? Don't get me wrong, Zhang is very accurate with his punches, but he's not consistent and he tires. Although he doesn't really show it anymore, he definitely got tired against Joseph Parker. So I'm just saying, Zhang needs to knock out Deontay Wilder within 4 rounds. If that doesn't happen, he's going to get too tired and then he's going to get knocked out. Wilder has to basically survive Zhang for like 4 rounds, maybe only 2, and then land the right hand. Because I'm sorry, Deontay Wilder's 38. He's still got that power. Then again, he's 38. He might just break his wrist if he hits him with a strong right hand. But you get the point. I hate to say it, but Deontay Wilder is slumping Zhilei Zhang in 5 rounds. 5 rounds. This one will make sense. Point Matchroom 4-1. Are there some where it might go either way? Yes. Philip Herjavec versus Daniel Dubois can go either way. Austin Williams versus Hamza Shiraz can go either way. If you pick Philip or you pick Shiraz, I don't blame you. Makes 100% sense. I get you. But the ones that don't make sense is Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball. Raymond Ford is definitely winning that. Craig Richards is beating Hutchinson. And Deontay Wilder stopping Zhilei Zhang. The best I could give QueensBerry is 3-2 in favor of Matchroom. But anywho, who do you guys have winning in this 5v5 historic fight? Okay, maybe not historic, but this very interesting 5v5 fight between the Matchroom and QueensBerry. And they're also thinking about doing it with other promotions. Matchroom versus Golden Boy. I don't think Golden Boy has enough fighters for that, but whatever. But anywho, hope you enjoy this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.